Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with my co-host James Mason. Good morning, James. How you doing today?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm gonna step away real quick.
The awkward silence.
I know, no problem. I was hoping to fix that light would fix that problem. So, looks like we might have a green day today, James. What do you think?
I hope so.
I wonder if you have any reasons why.
I am deep into the spot calls, short-term expirations.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways, yeah. So let's get into the show. So Dow futures are currently up 111 points. S&P 500 futures are up 19.5 points. We're to the point in the market, like when the pre-market is up right in that range, around that. What I usually look for to help determine direction for the day in the market is I like to see the Dow futures up 100 points. That's usually when you start to have some good insight on what it's going to do for the day. But with how the market has been choppy lately, I'm just not sure if 100 points is enough in pre-market anymore. Now, I started, using that theory since before Trump was ever president. And when Trump became president, it still worked. But that's when a lot of volatility set into the market overall. So currently, with it being up 100 points, we do have that kind of bullish direction. But as we all know how the market has acted for a while now, that this thing could quickly erase 100 points in the green and go 300 points in the red, or vice versa, within an hour, like without any issue at all. So I'm hoping it stays green. But the overall market, we're just in this choppy zone. And truthfully, we're in this choppy zone because the market needs to either make up its mind on if it's truly going to pull back. But every time it goes to start pulling back, lo and behold, the Fed steps in and rescues it. Now, since I'm swing trading SPY calls, Jerome Powell better step in and rescue this. That's all I have to say. Any other time, if I was swinging puts, he'd come in and rescue this shit and crush my puts. But, man, all right. So, all right. Todd, what do we have today for the show?
We talk about Trump. Let's talk about Trump's media company and his social media platform, DWAC. If anyone's been swinging DWAC over the last week, you'd be sitting pretty green, pretty nice.
All right, so ticker DWAC. We can look at this daily chart and see how this is just done overall. Obviously, this is that big push up a while back, and then came down here, consolidated, and it's making its secondary push. Now, hold on a second. Let me zoom in. So you probably can't see this little line right here, but I'll highlight it for you. This is where we're currently at pre-market. Let me change the color. I'll change it to white. So that's where we're at pre-market, this white line at the top. So yesterday we closed out at 86.31. We're currently at 91.24 pre-market. And what we have to be careful for is if we look back on this chart, this whole range right here between, change this color back. So this whole range for DWAC between 86.96 on up to $122. This whole range right here, strong resistance. We can see, looking back here at these daily candles, of all the selling that took place. Now, the big question is, will this stay above 86.96 right here, this yellow line? And that's obviously what we're all trying to, find out right here to determine on how to play this. But with this range having so much resistance. It's going to make this challenging. Now, how I'd personally play this, there's actually a couple ways. If this thing kind of just like chopped around in this channel without making any strong pushes upward, then I'll wait for the break above 122 before making an entry. I'm okay with missing all of this, because really at the end of the day, I'm trading for success. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to miss out on all of the choppiness and whatnot, and just ride the momentum of straight profits. That is obviously the ideal picture perfect trade. Now, if we don't just kind of trend in this channel for a while and then slowly move up to that break above 122, and let's just say this actually just like spikes up and breaks above 122, then that would be a no-go for me. Given the catalyst, there's obviously going to be a lot of FOMO money jumping in on this stock. Now, Todd, how far away are we from the anticipated release of Truth Social?
I don't know the exact launch date, but I think it's over a month away.
Okay. So, Todd, you and I kind of spoke about this pre-market, and this has nothing to do with politics. This is just, well, actually, it does have to do with politics. I'm trying to keep politics out of this conversation as best as possible, but this ticker is nothing but politics. If we're just going to be honest.
Well, anything that Trump has his fingers in, and whether you're a Trump fan or not, the reality is that I don't think his track record business-wise is that amazing. I think he's a guy that gets in, makes some money, and things blow up, or they go bankrupt, or they've had problems. So I think that you as a trader, and I'm saying you as the retail trader out there, if you're in DWAC, it's at $91 now, but tomorrow it could be at $45.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't take long to get that. It would not take long for a bad piece of info or a tweet or a bad PR or the SEC, somebody coming down and saying something inappropriate or saying something that would it would tank it quickly.
Well, like what worries me with this is, one, this is still a SPAC and they're looking to merge into it. Anything can fall through with this, and that is concerning. For the long-term holders, anything can fall through with this before anything becomes official here. Also, we're not dumb. We all know that the government, a lot of people in Congress and in the Senate on both sides of the aisle, they're looking for ways to prosecute Trump. Now, at the end of the day, are they going to prosecute a president? On paper, that's it.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything serious to a former president. It's too risky. Not going to happen. On paper, they'll do something, but that's about the extent of it. And again, this is just my opinion. So you have a lot of people on both the Democrat and Republican side of the political sphere here who are going to try to, bring former President Trump down and even this social network platform. Now, what concerns me with the structure of the company is, and again, like, I can't remember the congressman, I think it was a congressman who became the CEO. And this is actually how little this or politics even matters to me anymore. I used to be big into politics like 5 years ago, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The government will screw you over no matter what. But he has I can't remember, again, I can't remember who it was who retired from their public office position to become CEO. Anytime you start taking politicians and putting them into companies to run, things go to shit. Politicians, man, if the government was a business, it would be out of business. And to take people from these other organizations, we'll just call them, and, who were not even successful overall with the roles that they played, and to put them into the top roles of, creating a fintech company, to say, and then telling them to be successful. One, it's a completely different niche. They don't have any experience in it. So that's going to be a struggle for them. Not saying they can't do it, but it's going to be a struggle. But also, too, it takes a certain type of person to become a politician, and they have a certain skill set, and they really don't have much beyond that skill set. And if we look back at a lot of the politicians who tried to get into business, they really did not do well in business. Business leaders and politicians, it's two different mindsets. So long term, with DWAC, if everything would go through properly and they make this happen with this merger, yes, I do believe that this thing will run just based off of FOMO and, all the Trump train money jumping in on it. I do kind of predict that, along with what everybody else is probably predicting, with it as well. But, man, long term, fundamentally, it's just really concerning to me. Just trying to be an investor into a company that's ran by multiple politicians. And yeah, I don't know. Todd, do you have any opinions, or anybody in comments? Do you have any opinions on it?
I think that what we don't really know is, will this really launch?
Exactly. Yes.
This whole thing could be just a way to create revenue and make money, like they've done over the last few weeks. So I have traded DWAC. I'm in small shares and I'm scalping. I'm in small shares where I can scale, and I'm looking for quick movements, $1, $1.50, $2 movements, and I'm in and out. As you were talking, I look back and I've traded it 2 or 3 times this year already, but I've never made more than a couple $100 at a time. I'm trading between 50 to 100 shares at a time, and they're just quick little scalps. I'm looking for high volume days. So I'm just nervous, and I'm nervous for Ryan. He's holding, I don't know how many shares he's holding, but his average is 58 plus, and he's up 46%. He's waiting to launch for the news. For me, I don't think I'd wait that long. I'd be nervous that it would even launch. So I just would be, if you're in it, be careful.
Yeah. Who's to say that this, truly actually goes through in the end? What if they decide to keep the company private, and they sold all their shares and racked in all that money, and they just use it in their private company?
Yep. Knox asks a question here. Would the New York, if the AG claims that Trump being involved in fraud affect DWAC? Just being a headline. I don't think DWAC is going to have a reaction if Trump's being questioned for fraud, unless they connect that fraud to DWAC somehow. I think we read about Trump in some claim of fraud often and regular. So I don't think just that headline is going to be enough to hurt it. It has to be somehow connected to the ticker to have an impact on it.
Yeah. Like that comment is funny.
Yeah.
DWAC is in Pelosi's portfolio. That would be hilarious.
I bet not.
Right, yeah, probably not. Okay. So this, just kind of briefly overall talking about DWAC, there's obviously, with this uptick, they're starting to get, returning eyes onto the stock. Now, we clearly don't have the hype in it like we did back here, but you also have to think, there are still bag holders holding shares. I guarantee there's still bag holders holding shares up here around 170. Like legitimate people who bought shares and are still holding them. I guarantee there's at least one freaking person who has shares at 170.
Yeah.
In DWAC. So, we still have a lot of bag holders right in this range. Now, this is why I was saying earlier that depending on how this pushes up, if it's going to trend in between this channel and then slowly go up, then yes, I'll wait for that break above 122, to take it long. and it would just be a small position just because I'm a little concerned here. Since so many politicians are jumping into the business side of this company. But if this thing spikes up, I'm going to have a hard time looking at it long. I'll actually be looking for a short opportunity, just given its past performance back here. But yeah, that's just kind of what I see for DWAC. I don't have any specific areas on where I would take it. I mean, they are partnering with most recently Rumble. But I mean, that's just a partnership. I mean, that's nothing too major. So yeah, I mean, while a lot of people have eyes on DWAC and we do potentially have a release come next month, this is still a very speculative stock, guys. Just remember that. And I hate that what I'm about ready to say, these words are going to even come out of my mouth. But as of right now, DWAC is not a fundamentally sound company like Meta, aka Facebook. And I absolutely hate Facebook. I hate it so much. But like, you can't literally, I mean, we all know that I'm in Facebook jail again of 30 days just because you can't say shut up. So it's just ridiculous. But so I hate Facebook so bad. But if we're going to look at the business aspect of it and just be honest with ourselves, there's a reason why Facebook is trading at its levels that it is now. But can DWAC actually justify this price right here at $90? No, it fundamentally cannot. So again, guys, this stock right here is a 100% speculative stock, and that is it. This is not an investment. Just remember that. This is not an investment until they actually build a sound company and do something.
Right.
So I did hear that DWAC and True Social is going to build a metaverse, and in this virtual metaverse, you can actually storm the Capitol and beat up politicians. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's a lie. Oh, come here, Nancy Pelosi, in your VR avatar. Punch her in the stomach.
We're under 10 minutes to the start of the market. The other ticker we were going to talk about, I guess we'll be quick about it, is that Sofi's SOFI has made a move recently, and then we saw on the news today they got registered to be a national bank or federal bank, and it seems to have some play for them.
Okay, so we closed out yesterday in ticker SOFI, Sofi. Yesterday we closed out at 1206. We're currently up pre-market at 1428, and I'll draw this little dash line right here. Stephen Frank, thank you for those kind words.
Yeah, I saw that. That was very nice, Stephen.
You know what, Todd? We were just talking about Stephen Frank this morning, and we was like, you know what? Stephen Frank is actually one of our most favorite followers on here. So we're gonna marquee his comment.
Yeah, if we had like a blue check box for our members or a gold star, he would definitely get one.
It's definitely Stephen. It's definitely
he'd definitely be one of them. Him and one other person on here, but I don't want to mention the name because I'll make other people jealous.
All right, so here we are with SoFi. Just a little yellow line right here to kind of help you guys visually see it if you're looking at this on your mobile device. So we had this nice little gap up, but be careful, guys. When just looking at this from a technical analysis standpoint, we have this strong downtrend. And this downtrend is recent. I mean, we're talking starting at November 11th and then pulling back from a high of 24.65 and losing half its value, literally, down here to 12. So we have a lot of bag holders. And as this pushes up, people are going to be selling just to really cut losses or minimize losses. And the bears are going to be shorting at the same time. So like from a technical analysis standpoint, this one is just not ready, in my opinion, to really take it and swing it. They have almost 800 million shares on the market. Imagine how many people are bag holding out of all of those 800 million shares. That's a lot of shares that people are bag holding and that they're just wanting to get rid of. So as this thing just keeps struggling to go up and up and up, these people are freaking miserable with their losses. It's just going to be constant selling and selling and selling. So this thing will probably, what I'm kind of expecting, and I'll try to draw this out for everybody. I'm kind of expecting it to, kind of come up here, get rejected, come down here, kind of do this for a little while, and then, slowly consolidate, and then hopefully it starts to break up later on. Now, when this breakout does happen, and really that breakout would start happening as we get most of these bag holders out of this. And it's just going to be a while, in my opinion, for SoFi to actually do something, unless if they just release some kind of astronomical catalyst that propels this to the moon. Now, in terms of their national banking approval regulation that they just got approved of, I don't know anything about that. In terms of I know it's significant. It's obviously significant, but I don't have the background. It's just something I never studied before. So I don't know about, actually the deep details of what that actually entails. What are the processes that you have to go through to get it? I obviously know it's significant, but how significant is this? What are the perks? That's the stuff I don't know about this. And I just wanted to throw it out there to you guys, just so you guys understood that, kind of where I stand with this in my knowledge. But this one I have to just look at, engage it just off of a technical analysis standpoint. And at the moment, this is going to be a bear's delight for a little while. Bears are going to be all over this thing, along with people trying to get out from holding bags, and they're going to come in trying to short this over and over and over. Now, do I think it is going to have an intraday run right here? With this setup, probably so. Me personally, I would, let's see. I don't have any intentions of trading this because it has 800 million shares. I just, we ain't talking about it being an Apple stock. Godly, come on. I'm over here clicking, making little stupid red dots. All right, so just gonna move that up. All right, so if I was gonna trade this, and again, I'm not. This is just something I don't have an interest in, at least not right now. It would have to be. This would just be for day trade only, but it'd have to be for that break above 1471, and really. Let me see where I can find the target. Really, my target would only be 1540. So being that I don't have any desire to trade this, waiting for the break above 1471 to just try to ride it up to 1540, knowing that it's going to get hammered, I just feel like I can find better trades in the market. That's just my opinion. So yeah, I don't know. You guys are gonna have to make up your own decision. Long term, could they pull something out of their back end and make it work out? Probably so.
That's the technical terminology. Pull out of your back end to make it work.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think it's just going to be a while. They need to, whatever they're doing, they just need more time as a company to grow. They're a new company, so they just need more time to grow as a company, and things will kind of pan out. And then later on, I think they'll be able to do something. So that's just my quick little opinion on SoFi, ticker SOFI. So Todd, let's go ahead and hit the comments really quickly.
Yeah, real quick. We're under about 2.5 minutes to market time, so we've hit a few already. So appreciate all the comments. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Giovanni got a quick question here. What's the longest you've been in the ticker And if you remember what was the ticker, that's easy. I remember it right now. It's called POAI. All right. So moving on from that one. Let's see what else we got.
Not a whole lot in there.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate the comments, but we've touched on a couple of high points already.
Yeah, a lot of good comments, a lot of good commentary in the comment section.
Yep.
So, all right. Yeah. So everybody remember, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do so now because it will affect your portfolio. If you don't subscribe, you're going to take massive losses in your portfolio and it's going to destroy your life financially. Now, if you
heard it from James.
Yeah. Now, if you do subscribe, I'm not going to say it's going to help you out. I'm just saying, just subscribe to the channel. Other than that, make sure you give a like and drop a comment in the video. So remember, everybody, trade safe, trade smart, and the futures are still hovering right around 100. So let's see if they can hold up. And I have some spy calls to take care of. So y'all take care, and we will catch y'all on the next.
See ya.